What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Boy, I've been trying to tell you brothers that you better watch out. You better watch out with some of these ladies that y'all think y'all know. Y'all think that love you. You think they're your friends. You better watch out. Because a lot of these people out here, y'all think that, you know, they in the bedroom, they crying for Jesus and screaming how much they love you. You think that somebody care about your ass. I'm here to tell you better think again. And I'm going to prove it to you with Kimora Lee Simmons. In no way am I to say Russell Simmons is completely innocent as to what happened in their relationship. He's been accused of doing some very terrible things, and so much so that he felt like he needed to move to Bali. He has not come back to America. So that leads me to believe, well, if he didn't do it, then he wouldn't need to move. Some of that stuff may be true, okay? Could be some lies in there, but he left. Now remember, he was married to Kimora Lee Simmons for 11 years. She was unknown. She was beautiful. She was young. He's an older guy. She was 23 when they married. He was like a lot older than her. Okay, like 20 years older than her. Why he married that girl, I don't know. Okay, Russell Simmons is way older than her, but it didn't work out. 18 years older than her. She divorced him. What did she do? She went and got with the Jaman Hansu, had a baby by this guy. All right, that didn't work out. Then she went to the European man. I don't know if he's half Jewish, American Jewish, or whatever. He was an investment banker. Not only did he steal money from certain countries like Malaysia and people, he did Russell Simmons bad in a business deal with Kimora Lee Simmons. She basically helped Russell Simmons lose the money, and she used money from their company to bail this guy out of prison. All right. Now, whenever Russell Simmons had an issue with him or her daughter, he never went public with it for the most part. They disrespected the guy. What did they do? Whenever he was yelling at them for whatever reason was, we didn't know what he was saying. They recorded it, screen recorded it, put it on the internet. Then we heard Kimora Lee Simmons crying like this.
Please don't attack my children. They've been through so much.
Kimora Lee Simmons breaking down in tears over Russell Simmons' alleged abusive behavior.
Don't attack my family, which is supposed to be your family too. Don't do that because you're at rock bottom. I don't know. Hypothetically, you're at rock bottom. You've hit the bottom. I don't know. You're grasping at straws. I don't know if this is a money grab. I don't really know what this is.
The man comes out. He apologizes for his actions. He takes accountability for his role in the kerfuffle. Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. The man doesn't say anything about her, doesn't make videos about her. Completely masculine. Now, Usher came to visit him in Bali, all right? And of course, he's been ostracized. Russell Simmons. But hey, Usher came through. Here's what Russell Simmons said about Usher. When I was at the lowest point in my life, I had an operation. When I woke up, this man was sitting by my bed. I had known Usher since he was a kid, but we really bonded because of our mutual love for self-discovery and our belief in yogic science as a direct route to realizing God's consciousness in ourselves. People remember this. A friend walks in when others walk out. I will never forget the generosity of spirit I witnessed in this man. God bless you, baby bro. Usher, love you. Now, Usher took some heat for going to see him. You know, that'll be all right. Black folks got, amnesia when it comes to these things, right? You know, they got a quick memory, right? But what did Kimora Lee Simmons do? Now, when he says, I had an operation, when I woke up, this man was sitting by my bed. By my bed, what does that mean? In the operating room. The man was under anesthesia. Under anesthesia. The man must have been serious. He woke up. There was Usher in the hospital bed. We all know what he's talking about. What does Kimora Lee Simmons say? What is this I'm seeing in the news today? LOL. Y'all some wild boys for real, for real. Not by my bed, LOL. Look, this. Hold on one second. This is a woman that is 48 years old who, after Russell Simmons had another black baby daddy, then got with Tim Leisner. I believe she had kids with him too. Life is, from what I understand, in shambles, okay? All that you have, if I'm not mistaken, is from what Russell Simmons gave you. Your current husband right now, I believe, is in jail. And you disrespect that man. And are you trying to insinuate that Russell Simmons, by some small chance, is a homosexual? Is that what you're trying to say? Y'all some wild boys? But look at your life since then. What have you become, Kimora Lee Simmons? Surely things should have worked out for you romantically once you divorced Russell Simmons, and it didn't. And we see why. Look at your daughter. Your daughter got the same nasty ass attitude that you got. It's all through her. And you know, I noticed that one of them is Aoki. She's dating a young man at Harvard. He's a Caucasian young man. And what I was thinking, because some of the brothers was like, wow, she's so fine. What's she doing with that guy? No. She's a very beautiful lady. But you know what? God bless him. And I think we know why. If you see how hateful that girl is, remember how she was commenting about the whole thing when it came to Darius Jackson and Keke Palmer? She wished she could slap him, or I believe it was some serious violence in that. And you know, TikTok didn't pull that video down. It wasn't no hate speech or nothing. It was a threat, right? And that nasty, unaccountable attitude, that disrespect, that hatred for someone after that man has come out and said he was sorry for what he did, even though knowing you, provoking, you are such a lady that it is so silly. And so many black men deal with a hateful spirited person like that. I know some in my family. Some of y'all got mamas like this, grandmamas like this, because I got one. But see, at least she ain't this petty. She ain't gonna say it out in the open like this. But she got that same nasty ass spirit. And so many brothers in the black community know what the hell I'm talking about. It is evil. This is not to insinuate that all people in the black community have this spirit, but brothers know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's that evil spirit of immaturity. And then you wonder why. How does somebody be that fine and can't keep nobody? That evilness right there. That's why. That evil, petty spirit. That not thinking about what you're talking about. That hatred, that unaccountability. After that man, everything that you have, that you got right now, at least you can say, before he met you, you didn't have anything. That man is the reason why any of us know who you are. Not saying he's perfect, but he's the reason why. You're baby fat. Wouldn't nobody know you about that because of Russ? And the other guys didn't give you nothing. What about Hansu? Gave you, baby. What about Tim Leisner? He ain't gave you a goddamn thing. You don't have no smoke for neither one of them. You hate the person that gave you everything. The reason, and the daughter is the same way. The kids the same way. And when you see this sort of spirit, that's like this here, oh man, it's disrespectful. Nobody want to call it out. Then you wonder why some of the brothers don't want to, oh, you know, I don't really want to be with nobody, or no, because see this hateful, evil spirit of immaturity mixed in with pettiness and hatred for black men, it is too common in black America. Black men know what I'm talking about. Like, that's her. Yes, it is. My mama's like that, or somebody I know is like that. We have seen it for so long. And when you even close to somebody, like now, I can feel it. If I talk to somebody long enough, I can feel it. And once I see it, it was a lady here in Africa. I sat by, and when she was talking to me, it sounded like my grandmother, right? I just heard. I said, you know, honey, you're a beautiful lady, but you have that spirit of dustiness. You have that spirit of immaturity. I sound like one of them prophets on the Word Network. And I'm not a prophet, but I can prophesize that evil spirit when I see it. I said, no. She was like, why you block me? I said, no, because you have that dust and you have that dust in your life. That's why. No. And anytime I come across a lady like that, I see it quickly. Get them out of there. When I see that vindictive, hateful spirit, I don't care what you can say in bed, scream out loud for Jesus and everything else. Once I get that dusty, immature, hateful, can't nobody tell me nothing, just petty, don't want to be an adult type of spirit that some sisters do have, and it is exacerbated by dust. Oh no. We're gonna get it back. And Kimora Lee is just like that. Like, y'all been divorced for all this time. Why would you do that man like that? Making fun of somebody that was in the hospital. That is a disrespectful thing. And as a woman, she should be ashamed of herself for even thinking like that. Imagine Russell Simmons doing that to her. She says, oh, one of my favorite friends came to see me by my bedside when I was in the hospital. Now, black women would be tearing Russell Simmons behind apart if he would ever do what she did. He'd be getting canceled in Lifetime. They try to they try to interrogate him, get him on Lifetime and ruin him like he did R. Kelly. But no, when they see black women talking about their black husbands like this, ex-husbands like this, the ones that gave him some money, y'all sit idly by and don't say nothing. Not one lady has read this and came out there and said anything on behalf of this man, because y'all think it's funny. That's why. It ain't funny if it's the other way around. Ain't nothing funny about somebody being on a sick bed and they friend come and say something, and then you gonna make fun of that person coming. You're a sick person that talk like that. Then something's wrong with you, okay? And there's no reason to hate somebody like that, especially when the person has come out and publicly apologized. That is so sad. But that's where some of these people are. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate all you do. Turn the bell. We're out.